James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on a string.
And the technical free throw is good. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 7-point differential. Leone dishes to Jones. Here's Dorsey. And they get it to the middle. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Smith checked in for the Rockets. Harris passes to Stoudemire. Villanueva with the steal.
Boy, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength, that's for sure. And he may change up some things here as well.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan, and pick now is the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Chandler, who's checked in for Dallas. Nowitzki comes in for Charlie Villanueva. Houston also making some changes. Capela checked in for Terrence Jones. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And it's Johnson in for Pablo Prigioni. Brewer with the ball. Picked up by Ellis. And Ellis with the block. They get it back. Scooped up.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Now here's Johnson. Brewer passes to Capela. Into Smith. Kicks it out to Johnson. Inside. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And the Rockets making a change here. Dallas leading by 7. Harris kicks to Chandler. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Rockets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Capela. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Now they'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can get, guys.
Harris kicks to Nowitzki. Harris with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. But they get it back. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Josh Smith.
Well, that's the best possible play there. I mean, that was an easy 2, so instead of fouling, make him shoot free throw.
That's right. A smart, strong foul there. No and ones and no dunks.
Chandler hits them both. "19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Johnson attacking. Here's Capela with the second effort.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Barea. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
It was a pretty solid first quarter for this club. They limited their mistakes and really took advantage offensively.
You know what? I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways. That's excellent pressure and good activity with the hands.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Johnson is out there with Corey Brewer. Then it's Smith, and it's Capella in at the center.
Josh Smith does an awful lot of good things on the floor. As a matter of fact, he's one of the really high-quality stat sheet stuffers in the NBA. But one of the things he doesn't do quite well is shoot three-pointers. And yet he continues to insist that that be a big part of his game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Chandler. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Harris. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Dwight Howard, of course, signing with Houston last season. He felt the Rockets gave him the best chance to win, saying, "This is a great spot for me, a great town, a great organization. All these young guys are ready, and they were missing one piece. All I've got to do is win now. I'm in the right situation." Kevin, certainly no misgivings on leaving L.A.
The Rockets with an exciting team, Doris. Thanks.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
And with Josh, it started as just a way to keep teams honest with his drive. But Steve, last year he was taking threes at a record rate.
Yeah, and missing them at a career worst rate, which was the problem. I think for Smith, it's important to rein in the three-point shot, to really focus on scoring inside, even the mid-range game where he's pretty good. But the three-point shot is not for everybody, that's for sure.
And Villanueva has it in the corner. All sorts of time. Rockets trailed by 3. Smith drives in. And the shot is good. Smith's got 7 now in this quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
The defense has to make an adjustment. They've got to string together some stops, or at the very least, try to force this team into some bad shots.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Villanueva. And Parsons subbed in for Richard Jefferson. Joey Dorsey's checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for Corey Brewer. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Houston.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Ellis is checked in. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. And the Mavericks call time here. Clark, you know this. It looked bleak at times, and they didn't finish where they wanted to, but the Mavs did sneak into the postseason last year with a very strong push.
And they took the Spurs to 7 games in that first round. A tough schedule for them at the end of the season, but they fought through it and got back to the playoff. Very impressive.
Different look for Dallas. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Villanueva comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Barea subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And a change for the Rockets. Leone's checked in.
And for the Mavs, when they did get to the postseason, they gave San Antonio everything they could handle, taking them the distance for 7 games.
Harden outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, you knew if the Mavs got to the playoffs, they'd be tough, even as an 8 seed. There was just so much playoff experience on that team that it took a very good Spurs team playing at a high level to get by the Mavericks in that first round.
Dallas making a switch here. Nowitzki's checked in. This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, you know what, Kevin?
Disgusting.
Come on, Kevin. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Rockets shoot their 7th free throw attempt here.
Well, this is an area of concern for this club. They only shot 71% from the line last year.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
It's Harden with the drive.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And you look back at last season, he shot 87% from the foul line.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Ellis can't get it to go. And Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Here's Parsons. A beautiful reverse layup. Parsons got 4 this quarter.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with 1 hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
That is good. And it's an 8-point Rocket lead.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've got it going now. Above 60% shooting for the night, and it's going to be tough to beat them when they shoot it like that. And are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done. You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Harden draws the double. Right at the free throw line.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Chandler. Reeves it is just to Prigioni. The pass to Papanicolaou.
He's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
A nice shot by Barea. Here is Harden. 11 points in the game.
And they'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Exactly. No need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter.
Hart down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. 9 seconds left now here in the second. Nowitzki sets